Hey there everyone, I am Arindam and in this video I am going to show you how you can use OpenAI Agents SDK with any LLM providers through LiteLLM Proxy. So we'll go step by step. Before we move forward, OpenAI Agents SDK already includes an official LiteLLM extension that works without proxy. So next what you need a Python environment, then you need an API key for the LLM that you are going to use, and then basic understanding of LLM and how agent works. So then you can install the required dependencies, and then we'll start with the LiteLLM proxy. So you can see that in the config.yml we need to put all the models we want to include. So let me move to my cursor. So here is my cursor, and now you can see the model list. I have included GPT-4o, Claude Opus 4.6, and open source models like DeepSeek V3 via Navius, and then Gemini models as well. And then one thing to note here, I have added this general settings, which includes the master key and the database URL, which we will need in the later steps while we are setting up the LiteLLM proxy. So now we will start our LiteLLM proxy server. So we'll run LiteLLM config.yml file. So let me run this, and awesome, we can see that our server is up and running, and you can see the models that we have initialized with GPT-4o, Claude Opus 4.6, and the DeepSeek model from Navius and the Gemini model. Now we will go to the UI that LiteLLM provides and set up the keys. So you can find that on localhost 4000. So I have opened the localhost 4000. You get the Swagger UI like this, and now we will go to the admin panel on /UI. And you can see that I have already logged in, but you will get a pop-up to log in. So once you log in, you get an interface like this. So next what you need to do is go to the team section. You can create a new team, let's say LiteLLM team, and then for models you can choose all proxy models, or you can specifically choose the models you want. So I have chosen all proxy models, and now you have other options as well that you can choose, but I will not do that right now. So I will create the team. You can see that it is creating the team, and okay, the team is created. Now I will go to the virtual keys section, and I will create just a new key, demo, and the key type should be LLM API. And the models, I can just select all team models, or I can specifically use GPT-4o. Let me do that and create an API key. Okay, so the key is created. Now I will just copy the virtual key here, and this is the key that we will use in our tutorial. So let me go to my cursor. Okay, so I have opened my cursor, and here we have the code for our OpenAI Agents SDK. So you can see that this is the basic setup. I've just imported all the modules, and the base URL I have set it to the proxy URL, which is localhost 4000, and the API key should be the API key that we just got. And then the model name we have chosen as GPT-4o. Then I have defined the client, then the LiteLLM provider wrapper, and then I have defined a simple tool to get the weather. And finally we are just defining the agent, the instruction, the tools, and we are just calling it with this simple prompt that what is the weather in Tokyo. And in the config we are providing the model provider, which is LiteLLM model provider. So this should work, and let me run this. So let me run ubin.py. Okay, so you can see that we got the response. The current weather in Tokyo is in light rain and with temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, which is static data because we defined the tool. Right here you can see that Tokyo is light rain and 18 degrees Celsius. So now what you can do is you can go to the LiteLLM UI, and in the UI you can see the logs here. So in the logs we can see that all the requests we have made here. So you can see the success ones and the failure ones as well. You can also filter them by the key name. You can see this is from the demo one that we just created. So 2 of them was failed and 2 of them was successful. You can see more details about it as well. For example, the failure, what was the issue? Okay, this was an authentication error and something like that. So you can debug it much easier. So that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. Bye.